This lake doesn't drown you, it turns you to stone. Imagine walking along a desolate shoreline. The air is still and heavy with heat. Your eyes catch something unusual near the water's edge. It is a bird, perfectly preserved, its feathers coated in a ghostly white crust. It looks like a statue carved from pale stone, its wings half spread as if frozen in a final frantic moment. Yet this was no artist's creation. Yesterday this creature was alive. It soared through the African sky, a being of flesh and feather. Today, it is a monument to the unforgiving power of this place. This lake does not drown you, it turns you to stone. This is not myth or a dark fairy tale. It is a stark reality on the shores of an extraordinary body of water. So bizarre, so visually arresting, it challenges our understanding of nature. Here, the line between life and inanimate matter blurs. The dead are not swept away. They are encased, preserved in a chilling tableau. For years, photographers have journeyed here to capture the eerie spectacle. The name of this formidable body of water is Lake Natron. It lies in the Arusha region of northern Tanzania, in the eastern branch of the Great Rift Valley, a vast geological trench slowly pulling a continent apart. This is a land of extremes: sun, heat, and volcanic stone. Fed by the southern Iwaso-Ngiro River and mineral-rich hot springs from deep within Earth. It is shallow, rarely more than 3 meters deep, and its dimensions swing dramatically with the seasons. Even from space, the color shocks the eye. The water is often a visceral blood red or deep orange, caused not by minerals, but by halophiles, salt-loving microbes, and pigmented cyanobacteria. As water evaporates, salinity climbs, deepening the red. White evaporates rim the crimson. Sodium carbonate and other salts paint swirling, cracked crusts. Sometimes thin as lace, sometimes thick and crunchy. Dead trees reach up like skeletal arms, wood mineralized by the same chemistry that claims animals. Intense heat, extreme salinity, and volatile chemistry form a barrier few species can cross. Even the air can sting with ammonia from volcanic deposits. And yet, specialized life endures, tough, resilient, and exquisitely adapted to the edge. To understand the stone effect, look to the water's chemistry. Pure water is pH 7. Lake Natron can reach pH 10.5 or higher, comparable to household ammonia or harsh detergents. Rain over volcanic rock loads water with sodium and potassium carbonates, then drains into a closed basin where fierce sun evaporates the water, leaving salts behind. The key mineral is natron, sodium carbonate decahydrate, kin to washing soda and baking soda. Ancient embalmers used it for preservation. The lake is hot, often over 40 degrees Celsius. It is incredibly salty and extremely alkaline. Such pH strips oils, burns tissue, and shreds cellular defenses. Swift, aggressive, and fatal for the unprepared. This chemical cauldron is the secret to natron's macabre preservation. The transformation is calcification, a step-by-step reaction that begins on contact. Hyperalkaline, mineral-rich water floods feathers, skin, and fur. Caustic water attacks soft tissue. But as water evaporates, dissolved salts precipitate and crystallize. Layer by layer, a mineral shell accretes. Feathers, claws, every detail locked in place. Inside, organs decay. Outside, a rigid mineral cast preserves form. The result is hollow, lightweight, and incredibly fragile. Eventually, water drops and these forms emerge, sentinels on the lake's edge. Among the most unsettling are bats, perfect, ghostly replicas with wings forever tensed. Each barb and filament, frozen. A silent cry captured in crystal. A natural gallery of the dead, terrible beauty, profound fragility. In the wind and silence, these statues speak volumes. Memento mori. Each calcified body is a beacon, danger framed in crimson and white. A boundary where the living world and the underworld feel perilously close. a humbling confrontation with nature's creative and destructive power. Each is a frozen moment, a fatal encounter made permanent. In this brutally hostile environment, it seems nothing could survive, and yet, life has found a way. One fish endures, the alkaline tilapia, Alcalapia alcalica, an extremophile vertebrate thriving where others perish. It excretes excess salts and maintains internal pH. Its metabolism works in waters hot enough to scald human skin. Red cyanobacteria form the base, feeding tilapia and the lake's emblem, the lesser flamingo. Natron is the world's most important breeding ground for lesser flamingos. They wade and filter feed. On salt islands, they raise chicks, safe from predators. Paradox: what kills many makes sanctuary for a few. Inevitably, a chilling question: what happens if a human falls in? Short answer: you won't come out looking human. With pH 10.5 and high temperature, skin burns on contact as oils strip away. Pain would be immediate and excruciating. Survival depends on getting out at once. Submersion attacks eyes, mucous membranes, every exposed tissue. If a body remained, natron salts would precipitate and coat it, a thick mineral shell, not true stone. The form would be grotesquely preserved, a modern chemical mummy. Local Maasai know its peril. They graze nearby but avoid the water. Do not touch the water. Do not swim. Respect it from a distance. This is not theoretical. Natron's chemistry is a terrifying, very real lesson. A landscape that bleeds, crimson framed by bone-white salt. Trees died where they stood and slowly mineralized. Time here moves to the drumbeat of heat, evaporation, and salt. With rain it pales and swells. In drought it shrinks and deepens in color. Photos of calcified birds and blood-red water look unreal. In an age of special effects, it's tempting to call them fake, but they are not. Stone-like creatures, a crimson lake, skeletal trees, this is all real. A genuine place where chemistry outstrips fiction. Gorgon myths find a chemical echo on these Tanzanian shores. The monster is pH, salinity, and evaporation. No magic required. The truth is more fascinating than myth. This is not special effects. This is real. Our planet holds wonders and terrifying extremes. Corners of Earth still break the rules we expect. Lake Natron is one of them, a laboratory, a gallery of the bizarre, and a sanctuary on the edge. It challenges, frightens, and inspires awe for untamed power. Where landscapes defy logic and life adapts with elegance. This is not special effects. This is real. Subscribe to see more places where Earth breaks the rules. There is always more to discover.